Welcome, everybody. Can you feel the energy? Can you feel the shifting? Can you feel the energy get intense? Today is the 12-12-12 full moon in Gemini, the last full moon of the year, as well as the last full moon of the decade. And it feels pretty big to me. And although I'm not overly knowledgeable on astrology and moon cycles and things like that, I was feeling a really big push to share a little bit. So last night I was going to do this video and get started. I have an idea for some videos that I'm supposed to do. And I started getting, as soon as I sat down to do it, after kind of a long day of work, and I have a new assistant that's going to help me schedule, so I'm so excited. And we've been working on stuff. She's been amazing to deal with, to work with. And finally, after 2 years of asking and hiring people and working on stuff, someone is going to help schedule. So everybody will be answered and helped along the way in scheduling and such. Answered questions, which is really cool. Get this. I pulled a card for our full moon in Gemini, and I really just got this out of the deck because it's the full moon in Gemini. And it says, the answers you need are coming. Is that not focusing? There it goes. The answers you need are coming. And Gemini are the twins. So I've been having a little bit of the feeling, and I actually keep getting this message, like that we're all kind of in a little bit of a hibernation mode, getting ready, rewriting our script, deciding what we really want inside. And the twins are the Gemini, which is the full moon in Gemini. This is a big one. This is a really big one to help us integrate any of our pieces, our shadow, our light, and truly find our authentic self inside, and find inside, ask our hearts what we really want. And so this last week has been a really big, although it felt slow, it felt heavy, exhausting. It felt exhausting. That's what it felt like for me. It's been really just almost magical, where I'm realizing what I really want. And the extra things, like people calling as soon as I try to wake up, eat, go to the grocery store, or make a video, and just really just sucking my energy dry, or I don't know, not being honest or good, or not being pleasant even, has been a big one. And just a big, like, what am I creating? How am I writing my script? How am I letting others take over and write my script for me whenever I'm not paying attention? And so that's been pretty cool. So I wonder if any of you are feeling like, I think there are upgrades in my life that can happen for me. This is not what I really want. So we're coming into this time where we can look in the mirror and see what we really want. Please be kind to yourself. Please be willing to go, oh, that was, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that. And be kind to yourself, in, no judgment. And if we need to let go of others, if we need to let go of circumstances, if we need to let go of a certain way that we do things, the twin in us can kind of integrate and come back into our true divine plan and what we're supposed to be doing. So that's pretty groovy. I drew 2 more cards from the Moonology deck because it's cool, and it's the last full moon of the decade. So, I mean, And the one I got here was work through your fears. And so gently and slowly and fully, that's what I've been doing. So every fear I've ever had, or every trauma, woundedness, pain, is coming up in my face as we speak. So so you can almost check off the list and go, I don't want that in my script anymore. Pretty cool, huh? And just know, these are just pieces that we're all going through. All of the light workers, or all of the people on a spiritual path, might have had it even a little bit more difficult than perhaps different paths, people on different paths. So be kind to yourself, please. I really like this card deck as well. I drew a couple of cards from the Grace cards. Oh, pardon me for the lights. The Grace. And they're really beautiful. And as I was praying in the last couple of days, that's what I came up with. And you would not even believe this. So I drew a little card out of my angel card deck. There's just, you know, a couple hundred cards in there. And look what I got. Grace. And so my guidance inside, my directive inside is to focus on grace when I'm making decisions, when I'm learning how to do things. And I'm assuming that that goes for you guys too. And so I pulled a card and I got honor. Aren't they beautiful? And it says, care for your soul. Honor the divinity within you by practicing extreme self-care. Which I kind of had to. I don't know how to do that very well. I usually just work and you know, keep going and keep going and keep going. And it's not always easy working through fears. And then, you know, I keep saying, well, in 5 minutes, I'll be able to look at myself a little bit better. Oh my goodness, I didn't get that done. And then I have to do this and answer the phone. And those are just excuses. I'm learning how to write my script in a more graceful, purposeful way. The other one out of the Grace cards I got was Shine. Pardon me, on the lights, shining. Look at that shine upon the shine. And the card says, step into the light. You are a gift to the world. So every time you share lovingly, gracefully, every time you say a prayer for someone, every time you drop all judgment and need and desire of control and have it your way, it helps us all shine. And it embraces us. And in this new year, coming into 2020, one of the biggest messages I'm getting is allow yourself to be found by your soul tribe. Allow yourself to be uplifted by your soul tribe. Allow yourself to shine. You no longer need to be scared. Like, remember I'm in the Midwest though. And I have people say, oh my gosh, I want someone to come see you, but they would be scared to be in your office. Oh my gosh, you know, people don't believe in you. Anyway, or they ask me if I know that I could be talking to demons. I've had horrible crimes committed against me. I can't even believe I'm willing to drive into the state that I grew up in. And they are kind of active lately. Those people that are, you know, willing and wanting to harm others are active lately. And I just think, bless their little gross, dark hearts, because that's not mine to carry. It wasn't ever mine. And so we're kind of working through our fears. And for me, it's been a whole lot of old trauma. And learning how to come out to the next stage, next part of our lives. And it's really important that we connect and we grow and we open our hands to, hold out our hands to our soul tribe. I think there's a lot of shifting going on, and that many of us will find a lot of people that will really encourage us and support us, not degrade us or take or steal or put us down or try to take what we have. And this is going to be a beautiful time. And I'm not saying it's not perfect. We have a lot of work to do, all of us, on ourselves, cleaning up this world. My friend that I hadn't seen for, he said it was 19 years, but I thought it was more like 25. I don't add very well. I am not as precise on a few things. So when I first met him, I was, he had to go with me a couple of times to court because I had been stalked and kidnapped and abused, like really severe violent crimes. And sometimes those people are just, unfortunately, are obsessive and not healthy. And so he had to go with me and support me, and was one of the really main factors in me remembering to look at myself like as learning how to heal, learning how to love myself, learning how to be myself, allow myself to be me, and to remember my worth. And so when you have crimes committed against you, or other people put you down or blame you for things, or harm you, abuse of any kind, the whole point and the whole purpose, the whole program in the Matrix would be to take your light, to take your free will, to oppress you and make you, falsely believe that you were unlovable, should be quiet. The oppression, like I've seen this I've said this for so many years. All the people that have had crimes committed against them, sometimes it breaks them for a lifetime. Like they never come back. They can't function. That's really painful for me to watch, because we're, anyone that has been a victim, which I believe in this process, all of us are coming out and saying, how can I no longer be a victim in any way to anyone? We're coming out of that old lower matrix program. But I've seen a lot of people broken forever and fragmented forever. And it's part of our path in the next decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, as long as I'm here at least. For some of us to heal some of the darkest things that's ever happened on the planet, the energies, the darkest things. And so it's very strong to me that each of us have a purpose, and we're going to relearn how to write our script without the victimhood, without the, how we create without the, allowing other people to write our script for us or oppress us. And to silence a victim, causes many, many years of more pain, more degradation, more wounding. And so, I invite you today to, tell your story. Step into the light. You are a gift to the world. Share your gifts. All of us have been kind of scared, but all of us are worthy. And that friend that I've known for many, many, many years said, why do the narcissists and the crazy people become obsessed with you? Why do they do that? Why are the mean, crazy people always wanting you? And I just, all that could come out of my mouth was, I don't know. But really I did. And when you shine a lot, sometimes that's when the darkness claws, and it's my time to take responsibility for myself. Although I didn't know how when I was a kid, when I was young, when bad things happened to me, big crimes. But it has really been every day that I'm very grateful for everything in my life, everything that's ever happened. Because it taught me to be myself. And certainly for many of us, our purpose is inside. Spiritual path people, the starseeds, the light workers, the angels here on earth, the secret angels on earth. We've been through a really hard path, really hard. So sometimes that helps us build compassion, or helps us know how to release judgment. And so why don't we swoosh, let the energies of the full moon in Gemini sweep away some of the pain and the wounds and the suffering, and possibly the attachments and the cords and the things to the past, so that we can, I drew another card, this came up, it was so awesome, so we can share our hearts as we were meant to, without apology, without oppression, without fear of degradation or more, in my case, like persecution and just horrifying crimes. And so to love another is the ultimate expression of grace. So I'm going to ask for us, anyone that watches this, it doesn't matter what time period it is. It could be in 20 years. It could be, tomorrow. as this is the 12th of December, 2019. I ask for just grace to sweep through you in your lives and your circumstances in whatever way, the highest good, whatever is best for you, so that you can be free to express yourself and be yourself, be your true self, so that you don't ever, like, well, because I've been a psychic medium for so many years, people sometimes go, don't tell anybody what you do. And I say, like, don't tell anyone your job title. And I'm like, why would I do that? I've been doing this for 9,000 million years. I've spent many lifetimes to come here. I'm sorry that there's a handful of people here and there that have in the past really wanted to harm me or cause problems or are very prejudiced. And I just think, no. And what my prayer is for all of you and coming into this new year is this year 2019 was working on our inner selves, working on our twin, working on our shadow and our light, to bring us freedom. Mine just was really big. I hope none of you have as much tough, cringy stuff in you as I have had. But I honor your paths and I honor your journeys on this world. And I am here to reach out to Soul Tribe and Soul Family and really kind of come back up to shine with the rest of you. And my last card that I drew out of the Moonology, look at it, they're so groovy. Look. Our conclusions are within reach. And I have been having a lot of downloads and codes and, I mean, super cool ideas. And again, like I told you, I get to have, finally, thank you, God. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Soul Tribe, because I get to have someone that helped me schedule. And so it can balance out my business. And so I can do all the things that I came here to do instead of just doing barely enough and having frustrations and problems. So I have a little bit of office help and managerial help. And so I'm so appreciative. And I'm hoping that whatever circumstances all of you are in, I send a prayer out in multitudes of angels of love to sweep away some of the pains. How about this? The generational curses and patterns that we have had. The wounds that we have, the old patterns that we don't even know we're having, any attachments, any fears, any worries, any old people and circumstances, and so that you break on through into freedom. 2019 was the year to work on ourselves into freedom, releasing old into freedom. And so in these next few years, we get to have a chance to kind of literally rewrite our script. And I'm going to, for many years, I've done energy works, and I'm going to do an energy clearing, cleansing, rewriting the script video upcoming soon. So, and then just to finish up, I'm really excited. I hope all of you can feel the big shift coming. We are in the middle of it, and it is what we've been waiting for. It's really, truly, I can feel that so strongly. And the reason I feel like we've all been kind of either tired or feeling like we were in hibernation mode is because it's big. And we need to sit down. We can't do everything in one day. Can't plant the seed, water the crops, have the harvest. Take prepare your product, send it to the store, send it to the restaurant, send it to your front door. We can't do that all in one day. And so just be kind to yourself and know that you do shine, and know that you're not behind, and know that you're very loved and that you've done a great job, even though if it's been brutal and it gave you some, if you're like me, it was a little bit hard to not have some doubts and some just exhaustion and anger and resentment within. So just know you can be free of that. And maybe in this full moon energy, we can say thank you so much to the universe for every breath we take, and for allowing us to be here now. Every single one of us came to this planet at this time to go through these exciting moments together. And you're not alone, and you're doing a good job. And I'm not kidding. You're not behind, and you are loved, and you are lovable. Try to let go of all judgments and try not to self-hatred. whew, I've seen a lot of that in readings lately, and as well as in myself. Let go of that. It's easy for me to say. Easy. Easier for us to say to each other than to do it. So, but as we let go of that self-judgments and self-hatreds and self-wounds, just know that you have a lot of loved ones living in past, living in the celestial heavens, friends, family, loved ones, soul tribe, and just know there's some shifting of that as well. So if you love somebody, if you appreciate somebody, you know, maybe you can text or remind them, whether they can answer or not, whether they can come or not. And so I invite you to shine, and I'm going to ask one more card, of course, from my very favorite Sacred Geometry Activations deck, my very favorite. Synergy. So is the full moon in Gemini, the Gemini are the twins. So that would be duality. Duality, as we are in these next years writing our new duality, the higher matrix, the higher programming, higher frequencies, I might say. This is perfect synergy. Because synergy indicates just a little bit of, you know, two or grouping of anything coming into alignment and working together. So my prayer for you guys is synergy and freedom and joy in this last part of the year, in our holiday seasons and winter months, and as we come into the new year. So the frequency of synergy supports us, supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. I could not have said that even better. I have no idea how it always works. These cards just always bring God right to everything. Synergy. I'm just going to read it one more time. So as we go through the 12-12-12 full moon in Gemini portal, synergy, and that's a number 41, which adds up to a numerology of 5, which is change. So think about this, like if we just had everything put together, and then you have to like get it out of the box. If we have just everything everywhere put together in a box, you can sometimes have to dump the box out on the floor and put everything that goes together. Like, you know, I've moved a lot. Whew, I'm so tired of it. And sometimes I would pack part of the bathroom, like towels and stuff, with my glass plates and things from the kitchen because, you know, it goes together, right? Well, when you unpack, and then you could maybe put some bathroom supplies in there, or some, if you're me, I have a lot of crystals. So crystals or a book or whatever it is. So in the same box of packing, other people have, this is the kitchen, you know, stuff. Not me. It's the kitchen. It's the bedroom. It's the bathroom, the living room, and all of the above, all mixed. And so I have to kind of pull piece by piece out and go to different rooms and put pieces up. So that's synergy, when you have it all come together in alignment. And so again, let me read that one more time, because that is what blessing I ask for you coming into this new year. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions. Eternity, infinity, up here. This frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting creations can give birth to a new reality. So as our duality shifts and grows into the new, higher frequency duality. May it be synergy for all. And open your hearts and hold out your hands to the soul tribe, and I expect to see some really magical changes for us all in the next days, weeks, and months. You guys are doing a great job. I'm really proud of everyone, and love you. Blessings. Happy full moon grooviness.